The Supreme Court has just shaken the entire nation with an 8-1 ruling that will change concealed carry forever. And if you own a firearm or plan to carry one legally, this is something you cannot ignore. The decision is not just a minor adjustment or clarification. It fundamentally alters how concealed carry laws will work across the United States, and 2026 is shaping up to be a year of unprecedented changes for gun owners. From expanded rights to new rules about where and how you can carry, the landscape is shifting dramatically. Today, we are going to break down 5 major gun law changes coming in 2026 as a result of this landmark Supreme Court decision, and why every gun owner must understand them to protect their rights and ensure they stay compliant with the law. The first major change is the expansion of concealed carry rights nationwide. Previously, many states operated under a may-issue system, meaning authorities could deny a concealed carry permit even if the applicant met all legal requirements. This gave local governments a huge amount of discretion, and for years, law-abiding citizens were denied their right to carry for personal protection. After the Supreme Court's 8-1 ruling, this discretion is being challenged head-on. Courts are likely to rule that arbitrary denials are unconstitutional, meaning millions of Americans could now have access to concealed carry permits in states where they were previously difficult or impossible to obtain. This is not theoretical. Starting in 2026, residents in previously restrictive states may find the process for getting a permit far simpler, giving them the legal ability to carry firearms for self-defense. For decades, gun owners have been waiting for a ruling like this, and the 8-1 vote signals a monumental shift in Second Amendment interpretation that will have lasting consequences. The second change involves training and qualification requirements for concealed carry. Many states currently demand extensive training programs, repeated certifications, and ongoing fees to maintain eligibility for concealed carry. While the goal of these programs has always been public safety, the Supreme Court highlighted that overly burdensome requirements may infringe on constitutional rights. This means states will likely need to streamline their training programs. We could see a shift toward shorter, more accessible courses, possibly with online components to make legal concealed carry more attainable while still ensuring responsible use. Gun owners should pay close attention because this could drastically reduce the time, cost, and bureaucratic hurdles involved in obtaining and maintaining a concealed carry permit. The emphasis will be on balance, protecting citizens' rights while still promoting safe and informed firearm usage. Third, this ruling will likely transform where concealed carry is legally allowed. Historically, certain areas such as schools, government buildings, and other sensitive locations were off limits for carrying firearms, and many states applied blanket bans. The Supreme Court's decision, however, casts doubt on the constitutionality of broad restrictions, suggesting that states must have compelling reasons to deny the right to carry in specific locations. While laws will vary from state to state, gun owners may find that places previously restricted could open up for lawful concealed carry, fundamentally altering where they can legally protect themselves. This makes staying up to date with local laws essential, as the patchwork of regulations could be confusing for those traveling across state lines. By 2026, the boundaries of where a gun owner can carry will look very different from today, and understanding these shifts will be crucial for anyone who carries a firearm. Fourth, the ruling could impact insurance and liability requirements for gun owners. With more people potentially carrying firearms legally, insurance companies may adjust policies to account for increased risk, and some states could even consider mandatory liability coverage for concealed carriers. While this isn't yet a certainty, it's an important development because it reflects how the legal and financial environment around firearms may shift alongside regulatory changes. Gun owners might see new options for coverage or even requirements to protect themselves from civil liability, which will become a key factor in planning for safe and lawful concealed carry. This change highlights that the Supreme Court's decision isn't just about permits. It touches every aspect of responsible firearm ownership, including the financial and legal obligations that accompany it. Fifth, the decision will almost certainly trigger legislative action across the country. States opposed to expanded gun rights may attempt to pass new restrictions, while pro-gun legislators will push for stronger protections for concealed carriers. This tug-of-war could result in a patchwork of regulations, meaning what is legal in one state could be illegal just across the border. For gun owners, this creates a landscape where knowledge and vigilance are paramount. Staying informed about changing laws will not just be smart, it will be essential to avoid legal trouble. The 8-to-1 ruling sets the precedent, but lawmakers will continue to shape the details, and gun owners must pay attention to every legislative development to understand what is allowed, what is prohibited, and how to navigate the evolving legal environment. Beyond these 5 major changes, the Supreme Court's ruling sends a broader message about the future of Second Amendment rights in America. The 8-to-1 decision is a clear indication that courts are willing to uphold expansive interpretations of gun ownership rights, which could influence future cases involving assault weapons, open carry, and magazine capacities. For responsible gun owners, this signals a period of heightened legal clarity and opportunity, but also increased responsibility. Understanding the nuances of firearm laws, from training to liability to where guns can be carried, is now more critical than ever. As access expands, so does the need for knowledge, safe practices, and awareness of legal obligations. This decision also has far-reaching political and social implications. Advocacy groups both for and against gun rights will react strongly. Pro-gun organizations will likely celebrate this as a historic victory, while gun control groups may work to limit the ruling's impact through legislation, referendums, or legal challenges. Public debate will intensify. Media coverage will dominate headlines, and political campaigns may leverage the ruling to galvanize voters. For gun owners, understanding the political landscape is crucial because public opinion and legislative responses will directly impact how the law is enforced in their state. Staying informed about the broader societal and political reactions is as important as understanding the legal text itself. Law enforcement agencies will also need to adapt. Police departments, sheriffs, and regulatory bodies will have to revise how they manage concealed carry permits, enforce rules, and interact with citizens exercising these expanded rights. Officers will need training to understand the new legal landscape, and compliance protocols will likely evolve. For gun owners, this emphasizes the importance of following proper procedures, staying aware of law enforcement expectations, and ensuring that every aspect of carrying a firearm is lawful and responsible. Misunderstandings or failures to comply could lead to legal challenges, making awareness and education critical. The Supreme Court's ruling is not just about legal rights, it's a call for responsibility. Gun owners are now entering an era where their rights are more expansive, but the expectations for safe, responsible ownership are higher than ever. This means proper firearm storage, regular training, and staying informed about changes in laws at the state and local level. It also means understanding that the Second Amendment provides rights, but not immunity from consequences, and that exercising those rights responsibly will define the future of gun ownership in America. By 2026, the concealed carry landscape will be unrecognizable compared to today. Expanded access, changes in training requirements, new locations where carrying is permissible, potential insurance and liability shifts, and legislative activity will all converge to create a dramatically different environment. Gun owners who prepare now will have a clear advantage, while those who ignore these changes risk being unprepared for a rapidly evolving legal reality. The Supreme Court's 8-to-1 decision is historic, transformative, and sets the stage for a new era in gun rights, making knowledge, preparedness, and vigilance more important than ever. Every gun owner should take this moment seriously. Review your local laws, understand your state's concealed carry regulations, consider your training and insurance options, and stay informed about legislative developments. The legal, financial, and practical aspects of firearm ownership are all shifting, and 2026 will be a pivotal year for those who carry concealed firearms. By taking proactive steps now, you can ensure that you exercise your rights safely, responsibly, and legally, avoiding pitfalls while benefiting from expanded protections that the Supreme Court has just affirmed. In conclusion, the Supreme Court's 8-to-1 ruling is more than a decision. It is a game changer for concealed carry and gun ownership across the nation. Expanded rights, streamlined training, changes to where firearms can be carried, insurance considerations, and legislative action are all part of a new reality that gun owners must navigate. By understanding these 5 key changes, preparing for their implications, and staying informed, you can confidently face 2026 and beyond, fully aware of your rights and responsibilities. The landscape of concealed carry is evolving, and those who act wisely will be empowered, informed, and ready to exercise their Second Amendment rights like never before.